Hey everyone, welcome back. So, this is going to be a little bit of a different episode. I actually had a few different sessions going around and backtracking and trying to get some of my NPC quests finished because a few of them weren't actually triggering. So, the first thing we're going to do is go to the Arbitorium and get Delpha. He moved there after we gave him the last soil. We're going to give him our last soil, learn a story, and that will upgrade our life all the way up to 10, which I believe is the maximum. We'll also get our trophy for finishing his story. I'll just let the audio play out here.
My memories, they've come back to me for 12 years. I can't believe I forgot something so important. I'm so sorry. Ursula, you're here. Sorry, I got carried away upon arriving at this place. I recalled everything. It's been too long. It feels like a dream. Thank you, Arrisa. Would you like to hear this old man talk about his past? Well, it all goes back to before I was born. It was about 130 years ago. Less than a decade before the church arrived in Havenswell, plants became extinct on the planet. The land couldn't produce food anymore, leading to a widespread famine and a desperate search for any possible food.
What is famine?
Well, it's a severe shortage of food. It might be hard for you to understand, as bladers don't experience hunger like humans do. Hunger. It's a painful experience that surpasses any injury or illness. In extreme hunger, consciousness blurs and weakness engulfs you. Swallowing indigestible stuff only worsens your suffering, adding to the agony. The famine lasted for almost 30 years. Tens of thousands died every day, but few from starvation. Most met their end before succumbing to starvation. Poison, suicide, violence. There weren't many choices if one wanted to stay alive. Join the church, embrace their questionable Eucharist, or turn to cannibalism. Faith, dignity, morals. Everything could be sacrificed for survival. At that point, they are no longer humans. Things started to change for the better when Mr. Hubert appeared. Mr. Hubert was a scholar who found a way to create a food source known as mud balls during his studies. He freely shared his recipe to make mud balls, allowing many to survive. Although mud balls tasted terrible, it provided a way to live like humans. Those who admired him formed the Hubert School and conducted various studies. However, the church arrested him for his research, and the school was forced to relocate from Havenswell. Nevertheless, Mr. Hubert's legacy lived on. The school persisted in its research and expanded outside of Havenswell. I was born in the slums, and thanks to mudballs, my family was able to survive. So I joined the Hubert School, hoping to help others survive like Mr. Hubert did. I don't have much talent, yet I chose a monumental task, aiming to restore plants. For decades, I conducted my research in the Western Desert, but to no avail, until I met Ursula. The Grey Rhino caravan stopped providing us supplies due to lack of funding. Fortunately, the Moose caravan came to our aid, and it was Ursula who reached out to us and provided help. I had never met such a genuine person who could maintain optimism in such a doomed world. She not only provided us with affordable supplies, but also fended off bandits along the way. Even when everyone gave up on the research, she continued to support me. She placed unwavering trust in me, and even left her caravan she had operated for years to help me collect samples from Havenswell later. I learned that she wasn't a human, but a blader. She had witnessed the fall of the Eastern Parish and the death of her cherished ones. She had been hunted by the church and separated from her comrades. She died, had revived countless times in her battles against the Arch-Necros. Despite unimaginable disasters and heartbreaking farewells, she continued to wear a strong smile. She was more determined to survive than we ever could be. If it hadn't been for her, I'd never have been able to come here and find this place. We used to live here together, studying soil and plants, until the Necros attacked 12 years ago. I had never seen Ursula in such a desperate fight. The Necros were far more deadly than those in the city. The grave situation was overwhelming. We fled, but accidentally fell off a cliff. Since then, I haven't seen her again. I broke my head and nearly died. But I was luckily saved by the Coven of the Poor. However, I lost many memories as a result. I know she's still alive somewhere in Havenswell, but I'm hesitant to look for her. Well, it's better if she forgets me. She deserves a better life. In the end, I've lost everything and accomplished nothing. Back to where I started. Well, the good thing is I have nothing left to lose. I've spent over 30 years searching for soil, and now I'm almost 50. My time is running out. Since I've been spared from death, I'll continue my research until my last breath. I guess determination is the only thing this old fool has going for him. Thank you for listening to this old man's wild talk. Any new discoveries?
I found this.
Thank you. Please just give me a moment. There we go. Please, take it. I think Ursula once said that the mud responds to nearby consciousness. In this case, maybe the mud has deprived the willingness to grow from the soil. I could confirm my hypothesis if we had living plant seeds. Thank you, I could confirm my... Thank you. I could confirm... Thank you.
Alright, so that's going to give us our full 10 heals when we finish Delphas Quest. Now I need to go all the way back to the second area and start Stone's quest, which I never actually did. I forgot to pick up the bell from him. So if you pick this up, you may have been doing the bell ringing. I never did. So let's go all the way back to the entranceway in the second zone. And Stone's over here with his coffin, and we need to talk to him and get his bell.
If you're heading...
What is that?
It's simple. You do something for me, and you get paid.
I see. What do you need me to do?
Well, tell me your name first.
Arrisa.
Arrisa. Good. Now, take this. It's a signaling device. If it doesn't sound too bad, right?
What do you want with the...
Better not ask more questions than necessary. Just... Just...
Alright, so now that we have his bell, there's areas he shows up throughout the playthrough where you see a sign that says to ring the bell. We're just going to go through and do them all, starting first with the lounge. We've got to go across that glass bridgeway. It's pretty much every time she sees groups of pilgrims, she'll make a comment about pilgrims, and a little prompt will show up saying to ring the bell. Just get rid of these basic enemies. Again, I'm coming back and doing this later, so I'm like level 80, so none of these enemies are any difficulty for me. But if you had picked up the bell originally, you would have done this way back in the episode when I came here the first time. So you see all these pilgrims sitting here. She'll make a comment about pilgrims, and that's your prompt to use the bell.
They are gathering together.
So let's use our bell. And every time you use it, you have to reset the area. So I've also put on the branch
and wait for a while.
So I put on the broken branch here as well, just to speed up all this running around. And then I'll trigger the branch and then run back here. So I'm going to edit it together so you don't have to see me running around. But I just go back to the branch, reset it, and then I ran back here. And now Stone is here, presumably killing all the pilgrims. And you talk to him and get some crystals.
It's you. Oh, not bad for your first time. Here, your payment. By the way...
No, it didn't.
All right. Let me know if it ever makes a sound.
Is this a part of the...
Yeah, well then.
Alright, so we got his done. I'll just get back to the branch so I can fast travel, and we're going to continue to the next area he shows up. And soon when we talk to him, it'll actually trigger Shirley. Shirley's been stuck on the train the whole time, and I kept trying to figure out why. It's because you have to progress his to a certain point to make her move. So now go to the sunken underground, to the avenue, and right across from here, you'll see a bunch of pilgrims right over there by that statue. We're gonna get over there. I'll edit together so I'm there already. So we're gonna run across. Now we're on the other side where the pilgrims are, and the same deal.
The pilgrims. They are gathering together.
So that's your sign to use the bell again. Then I'll edit out my running around, and we'll get right back here to talk to Stone again.
I should return to the branch and wait for a while.
Alright, and now he's here, and the pilgrims are all gone. Talk to him and get some more crystals.
It's a good harvest. Here, your rewards. That bell.
No, it...
Well, by the way, looks like you're enjoying...
Friend?
We're of the same sort, are we not? Nothing wrong with being friends.
The same. But I'm not a human.
Are you playing dumb? Or do I have to show some goodwill for... Well, I do have something for you. So...
I'm not a...
Not... It's where
Just make sure you exhaust his dialogue every time with the NPCs. Talk to them until they repeat themselves.
There's another force in Havenswell, and I thought he was nuts. Guess I'll have to apologize when we meet next. Well, that don't be so Well, don't...
Alright, now before I leave, I'm gonna run down and make sure that Shirley will progress, because she's been sitting on the train, she's been stuck the whole time. And I'm not sure if I've done everything, but for the 2 special endings, you do need to progress her, I believe. So, important to do. So she has new dialogue this time.
They're just
Vessels?
That's how Stone the coffin bearer calls those pilgrims.
Old Stone. He's a regular guest at Grandpa's. Oh, what should I do? Now even Old Stone says so. Is that what it takes to enter Elysium? What if Mom and Dad are already... I'm so scared.
Calm down.
I should trust the Father, shouldn't I?
I don't know, but I'll keep investigating the church in Elysium.
Okay. I don't know where Charcoal found this, but I can't use it anyway. Please take it. I'll stick around here.
Alright, so she doesn't really stick around. She progresses forward, so now if you go to the cleansing steps, we'll find her in that area. She's actually there with Vicus at one point, and then he moves on after you talk to another hunter, but she is still there, so you complete her conversation. Just get rid of this guy. And this is also where you come for the next stage with Stone, because there's more pilgrims over here. Now you can use the bell. If you do this the proper way, you would actually come up from the path behind me, so you would get the message for the pilgrims, which is why you hear it trigger
pilgrims.
at this doorway.
They're gathering together.
So we've already done that. He'll come back next time we rest. But before we do that, just need to find Shirley, who is still sitting down here. Vicus has moved on, but she's here. She kind of is in 2 places, oddly enough. And then she disappears, and now she's back.
Shirley,
Kind of broken.
has Vicus left already?
Another man came by just now and took him away.
Charcoal.
It broke into pieces and disappeared. I knew it was a necro. I thought I wouldn't care if it died.
Shirley.
I shouldn't be caring about a necro. Oh, Father.
What's wrong?
Why so many voices in my head?
I don't hear anything. Are those cries coming from humans? Calm down. You may be... It's like the Blader's ability, but different. You are a human, so why would that happen?
My head is a mess.
Calm down, don't be afraid. Then, I'll have to locate the source of the cries. What happened under that mountain? Spirit depths, right? I'll go there and investigate. Take care of yourself.
Alright, with her dialogue finished, we can skip back to the branch, and then we'll go over to those pilgrims to talk to Stone again. And if you have Shirley talking to Vicus there and he hasn't moved, just go find the hunter who's up on the stairs near this area. Make sure you talk to him. He'll talk to you about Vicus. And there's Stone over there. He doesn't actually kill these pilgrims here, but he does have some dialogue.
What? Calling me to a place like that? You want me to kill those? Hold on. Even if they are assigned to the Ethereum Mansion, there are too few here. Could it be that what Adramelech said was true? There's another battlefield. Oh, the real battlefield. If it's not within any parish. Spirit Depths.
What's that?
A secret facility of the church. A forbidden place, hidden from all the believers. Sounds way more intriguing than the cathedral, doesn't it?
How did you learn about it?
Well, the only perk of living longer is knowing more than others. Well, you're here. You don't need, well...
Are you heading to the Spirit Depths?
Exactly.
Why?
Who knows? Don't stick...
Alright, another place we need to go is the parish station. So if you haven't fought the boss that blows wind at you on the bridge, you can actually use Stone to help you. He'll run up the bridge and you can hide behind him. I didn't know that, so I just ran behind the cars and struggled a bit. But you'll get the bell message right here. Just ring the bell, go back and reset at the branch. This will bring Stone here for the presumably the boss fight if you're doing this earlier. Or if you're late like me, he'll just be standing there. So if you haven't fought the boss, he'll actually be hanging from a beam. So he'll be hanging from this beam over here and you'll have to get him down. He's not there now because we beat the boss, so he's just standing here, but we can talk to him anyways.
I didn't expect you to actually find it, Arrisa. Is that where the sound came from?
Yes.
The trial hall. Should have thought of that. It's always been those bishops pulling the strings all along. Spent decades looking for this place. And now, finally, here, take this. It's what you've deserved all along. Well, go ahead. Well, it's time to get inside and go ahead.
Alright, so again, if you haven't fought the boss here, he'll run ahead of you and block the wind. We're not going to bother. We're just going to skip ahead to the next place of Shirley. So she shows up twice in the depths. And he actually will show up there as well. So Stone will show up if you go there first before coming to the location we just found him at for the fight. First we'll go to the watchtower is where he'll be, but we'll go to the main entrance. Now when you came this way, you came up this elevator. And this is where Shirley will be when you first come. So if you forgot, you'll have to go backwards like I'm doing right here. And she'll just be sitting against the wall, and again we'll talk to her and finish her dialogue.
I see. So it's not here either. Thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. I'll go there myself. Hello again. Thank you for last time. I'm feeling much better now, although my head still aches.
What brings you here, Shirley?
I don't know. I was just following...
Flowing.
Yeah. After the voices in my head disappeared, I started seeing these threads. I saw them coming out from people's bodies.
People's bodies.
When I looked towards the east, the mountain was covered in those threads. They seemed to be calling out to me, and I found myself walking in that direction before I realized it. I also saw threads from the Necros. They looked scary, so I kept my distance from them.
So, you heard cries, and now you're seeing threats? Who are you talking to?
Everyone in Elysium.
Did you say Elysium?
Yeah, the people who went to Elysium. They're all here.
Here.
Each tablet contains so many of them. They told me they're in a vast garden. Oh, what a relief. The Father didn't lie to us. A vast garden.
Garden? Elysium. A space of consciousness.
A space of consciousness. My parents must be there too. I'm getting closer to them.
But with so many entities there, how will you find your parents?
I can recognize them from their unique threads.
A special thread?
Yeah. Sometimes I see unique threads among those people. It's as if they're family.
Family, I see.
Alright, and the next conversation with her is down near the bottom. So if you start from the watchtower, again, Stone will be here depending on when you've done things. He's not here for me. He's progressed to the end. And then I'll just run all the way through to her next location. There's no other way really to get to it, so you're just going to see me run and do some crazy suicide roll to get away from everyone so I don't have to fight everybody. I'll just let this play out, and then we'll find her in a hallway. Alright, so at the end of this hallway with all these spiky things, see her right there sitting, and we can talk to her again.
What happened?
Arrisa.
Calm down, Shirley.
In Elysium, people are being tortured. Everything seemed fine at first, but as I went deeper, I heard cries of agony. The deeper I went, the more horrifying they were all screaming. Gosh, did you...
I'm sorry, Shirley. But I'm not hearing anything.
Elysium is a trap. I must go back.
And then after that, you would get here, fight the queen, and that's it for Shirley now. We'll find her later. So the next thing is just to wrap up Stone's quest. You're going to need 3 mud balls, 3 salted mud balls, and the cube, which you find in this area. We're in the living pond. So once you find the cube, you just run back to that giant sinner blob, and you got to give it to him. To it, I should say. And we just run through here. those enemies will come down and fight you, so you may just need to hang around a bit. And now you want to give him 3 of each, 3 mud balls, 3 salted mud balls, and then the nutritious cube after that. So if you remember from the other episodes, if you watch those, I kept trying to give the cube, and it would say no. But now that we've moved Stone along through his whole story, it moves over and it will break the wall to find him. And this will end Stone's story quest and get you another trophy.
All these years, you stayed in this dump and ended up like this. You idiot. Well, that ends now. A century has passed, and I've fulfilled my promise. Finally, I can leave this living hell. Arrisa, this is your final commission. Go and defeat those so-called gods. Destroy the church. Surely you can break.
So this is the end of Stone's side quest. We've pushed Shirley's quest ahead now, and we finished Delpha, the soil guy's quest. We actually go talk to him again later, apparently, at the end of Shirley's quest. But now we're all caught up, and I'll see you in the next episode. We'll continue on where we left off before this one.